Hey, welcome in. Well, here's the headline. AOC lashes out at critics after being caught in Florida. Well, what's she doing in Florida? I thought Florida was a hellhole. I thought that was the worst place on earth. I thought that was just like a death sentence going to Florida. I mean, surely she'd want to be in New York where they're keeping everybody safe, right? So this doesn't make any sense. But she says that Republicans are mad they can't date me. All right. I don't know. Do you think that's true? Do you think the Republicans are mad that they can't date Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez? I mean, let's take a look at her. You know, kind of reminds me of something. What is it? That's it, right there. But seriously, though, I mean, you know what? She's not a bad-looking woman, but I do think she's overestimating her beauty here. So what's going on with all this? It says the National Review reported that, according to photographs obtained by the publication, Ocasio-Cortez was seated outside a restaurant in Miami Beach Thursday afternoon, raising a cocktail in one hand and checking her phone in another. So if I've got this straight, she thinks the National Review is mad at her because the National Review wants to date her, I guess. I mean, I haven't talked to the National Review about it, but I doubt it. So it looks like she's lashed out at critics, as she is wont to do, after she was caught hanging out in Miami, Florida, as her own city deals with a record-breaking number of daily coronavirus cases. So I guess that's why she doesn't want to be in New York. Well, here's a photo of her in Miami. Oh my, she's not wearing a mask, and neither's her boyfriend. And she's in Florida. Doesn't she know that's a death sentence? What the hell is going on? She should have a mask on, and then she can just lift it up for just a fraction of a second while she takes a quick sip of her whatever she's having. I mean, it's Florida. You can't be too careful, right? But anyway, so I guess this guy's criticizing her here, Steve Cortez. One, if leftists like AOC actually thought mandates and masking worked, they wouldn't be frolicking in free Florida. Two, her guy is showing his gross, pale male feet in public, not at a pool or beach, with hideous sandals. 0 for 2. And she says, if Republicans are mad they can't date me. I mean, that's just such a weird thing for her to say, isn't it? I have to say, the sandal thing from Steve Cortez about the boyfriend, that was kind of weird too. I don't know why he had to do that. But this whole place that Ocasio-Cortez is going to is that's just a different level now. A different level of where nobody was going to go. Anyway, that just feels really weird. But they can just say that instead of projecting their sexual frustrations onto my boyfriend's feet. What? Yeah, creepy weirdos. Huh. Let's see, it's starting to get old ignoring the very obvious, strange, and deranged sexual frustrations that underpin the Republican fixation on me, women, and LGBT plus people in general. So that's what they always do too. I mean, they'll immediately cloak themselves in the rainbow or just some sort of oppression, some sort of wider oppression so that you can't criticize them. I mean, what's really going on here? She's being criticized for being a hypocrite. If she really meant all the things she'd said about COVID and about Florida and DeSantis, she wouldn't be in Florida. That's the real issue here, is that she's a fraud and a phony, and she doesn't believe her own rhetoric. And so we get, if Republicans are mad they can't date me, they can just say that. Mad they can't date. Again, this is freakishly weird. This is a bizarre thing for her to say, and it's quite revealing, isn't it? Now, I'm not like a psychiatrist or anything like that, so I can't diagnose what something like this might be. But you know what? On a totally unrelated topic, I saw this thing about narcissistic projection. Freud believed that projection is a defense mechanism. When there's something inside of us that we don't like or can't cope with, one way to deal with it is to project it onto someone else. Project it onto someone else. Narcissistic projection. Again, nothing to do with anything. I just thought this was interesting. Also totally unrelated, I saw this article. Why progressive women want to date men who act like conservatives. Let's see, quote, it's a mismatch between what progressive women say they want and what they actually respond to. Women's instinctive mate preferences have evolved for hundreds of thousands of years for guys who are competent, strong, good providers, good protectors, and happy with a sexual division of labor. Women want decisive men who are compassionate and thoughtful. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. But here's the AOC with her boyfriend. I don't know who he is. I don't know anything about him. Maybe he's a really good guy. But anyway, she wasn't done. She said, well, I guess while she's in Florida, she says, hasn't Governor DeSantis been inexplicably missing for like 2 weeks? If he's around, I would be happy to say hello. His social media team seems to have been posting old photos for weeks. In the meantime, perhaps I could help with local organizing. Folks are quite receptive here. I bet they're not. But anyway, then this happened. DeSantis accompanied his wife to cancer treatment. Democrats mocked him for being missing. Ooh. Not a good look, AOC. The guy is helping out his wife through cancer treatment. I mean, obviously, she probably didn't know that. Maybe she did. I mean, she's connected. Maybe she did. And maybe she decided to do it anyway because she knows that nobody who follows her or likes her will ever find out that part of the story anyway. Because all they do is just look at her Twitter feed. But I'm just thinking about this narcissistic projection again, and it suddenly occurred to me, maybe that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'm secretly attracted to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I'm definitely not projecting. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you'd just like to listen, there's the podcast Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.